Okay, so get this. Our source material for this deep dive, it's wild, like full-on fantasy novel vibes. We're talking mist, a bridge, a sky, just lousy with stars.
Screamy already.
Right, and that's just the backdrop. Center stage, we've got Morpheus, our resident king of dreams, or at least that's what we're calling him for now, deep in conversation with his sister.
Always a recipe for intrigue, those family heart-to-hearts.
No kidding. But here's where it gets really interesting. They're not just catching up over tea and celestial crumpets. They're talking about a dream.
A dream.
Yeah, but hold on. It's the dream of a child who hasn't even been born yet.
Whoa. Okay, now that's a concept. A dream existing before the dreamer. That's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it.
Right. It's like, talk about a head start. But seriously, what could it even mean to dream before you're born?
Well, it's a question that's had people scratching their heads for centuries, right? Across so many different cultures, you see this idea of dreams being more than just, random neurons firing while we sleep.
They're trying to tell us something.
Exactly. Prophecies, glimpses into other realms, messages from who knows where.
Okay, that's giving me chills. And we're supposed to believe this dream is connected to some unborn kid.
Not just any kid, mind you. The source material drops some pretty heavy hints about this little one being tied to, and I quote, the world's destiny.
The world's destiny. Subtle.
And if that wasn't enough, they go on to mention a lifespan of, get this, 639 years.
639 years. Okay, so maybe someone needs to check their math or...
Or we're dealing with some serious symbolism here. Is it literal,
Yeah.
metaphorical, tied to some cosmic cycle we haven't even begun to grasp? It's a puzzle for sure.
A puzzle with some pretty high stakes, it sounds like, especially when you consider the other players mentioned. Delirium, desire, despair. That's not exactly a welcoming party for a newborn.
More like a cosmic welcoming committee from, let's just say, the wrong side of the celestial tracks.
So we're not just talking prophecies and long lifespans, but also potential threats to this kid.
Oh, it seems that way. And these aren't just abstract concepts either. Delirium, representing chaos, desire, the pull of temptation. Talk about a dangerous combo, and despair. Well, I think we all know what that feels like. Imagine those forces gunning for this child, trying to make sure they never even get the chance to be born, let alone fulfill whatever destiny they're carrying.
Intense. So who gets stuck with the babysitting duties for this potentially world-altering, possibly very old child?
Well, that's where Morpheus comes in. Dream King, protector of the dreaming, suddenly thrust into the role of supernatural guardian.
Sounds like a tough gig, even for the king of dreams.
He doesn't exactly seem thrilled about it either, which honestly is even more intriguing. It's like he understands the stakes, the sheer fragility of it all.
Fragility.
Yeah, he actually uses that word, talking about how dreams are delicate things, easily influenced. He even compares it to that butterfly effect thing.
Like one small change can snowball into something massive.
Exactly. A whisper here, a nudge there, and boom, you've got a completely different outcome centuries down the line. It makes you think, right?
About it.
About all those what-ifs in history,
Yeah.
those moments where things could have gone either way. What if those seemingly insignificant choices, those whispers of fate, were actually influenced by something bigger? Something from the dreaming, perhaps? I mean, think about it. This child is meant to dream deeply, their path touching multiple worlds.
That's not exactly your average prophecy, is it?
Right. It's like, what kind of destiny needs that level of cosmic security detail? Makes you wonder if we're even supposed to take this whole child thing literally.
I see where you're going with this.
What if this isn't about a physical kid at all? What if the child is a metaphor?
Now you're talking. A symbol, perhaps. But a symbol for what?
Well, what if we're talking about an idea, a movement, something big?
Yeah.
Like the birth of democracy or something.
Interesting. Because think about it, anything truly revolutionary, anything that shakes up the status quo is going to face resistance, right?
Oh, for sure. So, chaos, temptation, despair, those threats to the child. Maybe those are just metaphors for the obstacles that any new idea has to overcome.
Obstacles like people saying it'll never work, or that it's been tried before.
Exactly. Or even that internal voice whispering, are you sure about this?
So then Morpheus as this guardian, maybe it's less about babysitting and more about safeguarding the very possibility of change, making sure that those seeds of something new actually get a chance to sprout.
And maybe that struggle, that tension between holding on to the old and embracing the new,
Yeah.
that's something we can all relate to, right? Even on a personal level.
Oh, absolutely. Think about a time you tried something new, something outside your comfort zone. Wasn't easy, was it?
Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
You've got doubt, fear, maybe even people telling you you're crazy for trying.
See? Delirium, desire, despair, they're not just these far-out cosmic entities. They're in our heads, messing with us.
Right, but maybe that's the whole point. Maybe the struggle is part of the process, the price of admission for daring to dream big.
Okay, but back to Morpheus for a sec. He's got this whole King of Dreams thing going on, but we haven't talked much about his sister. She seems to know him pretty well, and she definitely has some thoughts on his whole deal with this dream. What's her angle?
Well, she definitely seems to think he's a bit more personally invested than he's letting on.
Personally invested. You think this dream, this child, it's more than just a job to him?
It's hinted at.
Yeah.
She even points out that he's got a soft spot for fragile things that he loves as deeply as he guards.
So maybe there's a layer of personal connection here that we're not fully grasping yet. Like, what if this dream getting messed with wouldn't just be bad for the world? What if it would actually hurt Morpheus somehow?
Now, that's an intriguing thought, isn't it? Makes you wonder about the nature of dreams themselves.
And just how deeply they connect to, well, everything. It's like this whole idea of dreaming, it's not just something we do at night. It's woven into who we are, right? Our hopes, our ambitions, what we want to do with our lives. But what makes some dreams feel so weighty? Like they really matter.
That's the heart of it, isn't it? What makes certain dreams feel so deeply intertwined with our sense of self, our purpose even.
It's like we've all had those to-do list dreams. Oh, I got to clean out the garage. I got to finally learn how to bake a decent loaf of bread. But then there are those other dreams, the ones that feel different, bigger somehow.
The ones that whisper of destinies and hidden potentials.
Exactly. But why? What makes them stick with us? What makes us hold on to them even when they seem impossible?
Well, maybe it's because those are the dreams that challenge us to grow, to become more than we currently are. They pull us out of our comfort zones, force us to confront those parts of ourselves we might rather keep hidden.
Okay, so that makes me think about those forces again. Delirium, desire, despair. They're not just gunning for some cosmic kid, are they? They're messing with our dreams too.
Oh, absolutely. Think about it. You have a big, scary dream. What's the first thing that pops up?
Self-doubt.
Bingo. Followed closely by, what if I fail? And let's not forget good old, maybe I should just stick with what I know.
Because playing it safe is so much easier, right?
Right. It's comfortable, it's familiar, but it's also where dreams go to die. It's like this story is telling us if we're not careful, those forces, that chaos, that temptation to give up, that despair, they can creep in and steal our dreams right out from under us.
So how do we fight back? How do we become like dream guardians, not just for this kid in the story, but for our own aspirations?
Maybe it starts by recognizing those forces for what they are, naming them, and then making a conscious choice to not let them control us.
So it's not about ignoring the doubt or pretending we're not afraid. It's about feeling those feelings and choosing to move forward anyway.
Exactly. It's in those moments of choosing courage over comfort that we really start to embody that guardian energy, that fierce commitment to our dreams, no matter what.
And maybe that's part of what this 639-year thing is about. It's not just the lifespan, it's a testament to the enduring power of dreams, how they can echo through time, shape destinies, create ripples of change that we might never even see.
Because who knows, right? Maybe the dreams we're chasing today, the ones we're fighting for, they're not just for us. Maybe they're meant to touch the lives of countless others long after we're gone.
This has been a lot in the best way possible. We've gone from mist-wreathed bridges to the very essence of dreams and destiny. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling inspired.
Me too. And I think the big takeaway here is don't underestimate the power of a dream. Whether it's fantastical prophecy or a quiet yearning in your heart, pay attention to those dreams. Nurture them, protect them, because you never know what incredible things they might bring to life.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So until next time, keep dreaming, keep diving deep, and who knows, maybe we'll see you out there somewhere in the dreaming.